The people have spoken. The Oblivion Interesting Oddities will be released as one big video. And as such, while I work on trimming down the 57 minutes of voiceover I currently have, I thought I'd give everyone a little treat. And boy is this a treat. Honestly, this might be up there with my favorite discoveries of the year. And it wasn't even made by me. No, this information was provided to me by Nexus Mods user RoseGorilla439. The same person who got me informed about the cut content in the dialogue views files. So once again, I am very thankful to them for being willing to not only share this info with me, but also answer my possibly stupid sounding follow-up questions. So what exactly do I have in store for you today? Oh, nothing much, just an overview of basically every character cut from the game, of which we otherwise don't have any leftovers. How's that? And no, I didn't get my hands on some fabled early version, but once again the weird leftovers in the most recent Skyrim version shine through. In the texture BSA files you have face mod textures. These are all the facial data that gets exported for customized NPCs. Every NPC you see in game that doesn't have a grey face bug has exported face data, which gets stored as such. However, stored inside these files are also textures for the NPCs that no longer exist in the final game or its files in any other way. Now, no, this doesn't tell us everything there is to know about these NPCs, as the textures look like this. They're not really telling, and they don't even specify which NPC they belong to, in case you were wondering. But we do know the amount of cut people and the race of most of them. I say most as the textures appear blank for males, except Khajiit under most circumstances. For females though, we can cross-reference their textures and accurately determine which kinds of NPCs were cut from where, based on where their form IDs slot in. For example, you know Granite Hill, that one removed location in Falkreath Hall that barely has anything left over at all in the final game? Well, the related form IDs for these NPCs appear in between the listings for Falkreath and Helgen NPCs, and with that, we can see that there were a total of 8 NPCs cut. Isn't that just so cool? An entire settlement cut with basically no leftovers, and we just know this, just like that. And now for the race breakdown. There were 2 female human NPCs cut, so either Redguards, Nords, Bretons or Imperials, 1 elven female, so either Dunmer, Aldmer or Bosmer, 1 beast race female, so either Khajiit, Argonian or Orc. And I know what you wanna say, but yes, the game stores orc textures under the beast races. And then there were also 4 males of indeterminate race cut. And then Old Rolden, in its original town version, had a total of 7 NPCs cut. 3 female humans, one of which would have been Hagfield based on what we know from the removed quest, and 4 males, 2 of which would have been Leok and Maedwin. The other town turned in, Heliarchen, had a total of 9 NPCs cut. Yes, really. 3 female humans, 1 elven female, and 5 males. I assume at least one of those males would have been the Dunmer fisherman Belaine, with the elven female being Felici. This does, however, throw a wrench in my Fatendus is an elven name theory. Although they might have also been male, the other men would have likely been Jens, Huygen and Treyas. So, in my eyes, that basically confirms at least 4 of the 5 identities. Shorestone has 2 faces that go unused. 1 human female and a male. The town also has a flattened area where another house would have been placed. There are also hide and seek markers placed around town, so maybe one of the NPCs that got cut was a child. This implies that either A, the town would have housed a single parent and their child, or B, this would have been a couple and no face data remains for the child. I mean, while it's unlikely, it's still possible. For example, take Kynesgrove. We know for a fact that the child Froa was either cut there or never made to begin with, but there is no corresponding face data to be found for her. So there might be even more people that just got completely lost to the ages. Similarly, Darkwater Crossing only has 1 cut male face mod texture remaining, despite us knowing of at least 2 removed named males, Dastern and Mayron. Also, a little side note, but based on the form IDs, we can see that Bjorlum, the carriage driver for Whiterun, was created concurrently with the Darkwater Crossing and Kynesgrove NPCs. Does that mean he was once intended to function as a carriage driver over there? Maybe, though there's little actual evidence to go off. It would also appear that no one was cut from either Riverwood or Iverstead, which I guess makes sense. Riverwood doesn't feel off in the sense that it had characters cut, it's just strange due to it being the first town created for the game. Meanwhile, Iverstead functions well enough as is, and I previously debunked Brekka being an unused character, as it was just an earlier name for Klimek. That all adds up, so I'm fine with it. Dragon Bridge only has Tasius Tragus, whom we've covered in detail already. Rorikstead has a single male NPC that was cut, which fits the theme of that place being mostly male run, due to reasons way too speculative for me to go into. And then Stonehills has the 3 NPCs cut that we already know of. Argy, Farseer and Talib, who still exist in NPC form, so we don't have to guess how they would have looked. And then Aluk the Blacksmith, who, despite being male, does actually have visible face mod files, unlike the majority of males. The theory here being that he didn't have a default face when he was cut, resulting in this particular texture still remaining visible to us. And for now, that's all I have to show you. But I gotta say, just imagine the possibilities of what we could learn from this. I hope this will get you all through another week while I work on the bigger project, and I'll see you next time.